Mary Jane, will you marry me? Mary Jane! Why did you do that?
To prove to myself that you'll always be there for me when it really counts.
One of my absolute favorite things to do besides embarrassing myself most of the time is revisiting my childhood and my favorite movies, TV shows, animated series, anime, and just reviewing some of the nonsensical lessons and some of the stupid ass examples of what relationships look like. One of my favorite examples of this is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Sam Raimi's Spider-Man is my favorite Spider-Man trilogy. I like the other Spider-Mans, but for some reason I just like that one. I don't know if it's nostalgia.
I need that money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
A few moments later.
You could have taken that guy apart. Now he's gonna get away with my money.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
I don't know if it's just the nonsensicalness of the entire thing, the iconic villain, the iconic action. I don't know what it is, but that's my favorite version of Spider-Man. The thing I want to highlight in this entire breakdown is Mary Jane Watson, or MJ, never liked Peter Parker. What? She never liked you? Well, no, she liked you, but she didn't like Peter. Do you see what I did there? Because you're Spider-Man and she's... Anyways, we're going to be highlighting exactly what happened and the things we overlooked. I had a stupid ass mentality when I was younger thinking, oh, I can make the girl that likes the bad boys and the school jocks and the popular kids like me, the loser who has nothing going for himself besides having a funny personality. Yeah, no. So, let's get straight into it, twin. Peter Parker is your typical high school nerd, and he's into all things sciencey. He's also a photographer for the school paper, and he's constantly picked on by the jocks and the popular kids because of course he is. They just choose to pick on the weak, and Peter was a very timid and shy kid. He never stood up for himself, and of course, as all shy kids and people that don't stand up for themselves, kind of like I was, he liked the popular girl. He likes the pretty girl, and the pretty girl was MJ, or Mary Jane Watson, and nobody really liked Peter like that except for one dude, Harry Osborn, who will become significant later on. Peter was a nobody up until dun 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 he got bit by a genetically modified spider, and he becomes, yes sir, Spider-Man. And then his life changes and he starts getting the things he always wanted. But was it worth it? I guess we'll find out.
Guest of Columbia University Science Department, so behave accordingly. Let's not have a repeat of our trip to the planetarium. Come on, people, let's stay together. Proceed up the steps and into the building.
Oh! He needs some milk.
One of the first things you notice is Peter is very, very infatuated by MJ. How she looks. This is always the thing. It's always down to looks. It's never how that person actually is. He's already formed this thing in his head where it's like, wow, Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane Watson.
Mary Jane Watson. Oh my God. She's my dream because of how the woman looks. He doesn't know the woman, her interests. He doesn't know the type of person she is. He doesn't know the types of people she likes. I mean, if you just observe who she went for, the high school bully, the jock, that's literally the guy she went for. And the mistake he made here was he's thinking, oh, you know what, bruh, I'm finna change her. I'm finna be the one who finna get with her, and then she's finally gonna fall in love with me one day, I guess. And this is the thing. This is where this whole myth of, oh, you're too nice came from. You're too nice to her. You're too nice to this type of person. I know there's people that are like, oh, being nice isn't good for dating. No, it's not good for dating toxic women or toxic people. Dating somebody and being called too nice just means that that's the type of person they don't like specifically, you know. Another lesson we see here as well is sometimes you have very bad friends. Harry was a very bad friend, especially in this scene here.
Hey, look at that spider.
Some spiders change colors to blend into their environment. It's a defense mechanism.
Peter, what makes you think I would want to know that? Gonna talk to her now?
No, come on. You talk to her.
Armed with these DNA blueprints.
Right.
Disgusting. Just imagine.
Yeah, hateful little things.
I love them.
Yeah, me too. You know, spiders can change their color to blend into their environment.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Really?
Yeah, it's a defense mechanism.
We use synthesized transfer RNA to encode an entirely new genome.
Peter's telling him how all spiders adapt to their environment. It's like a defense mechanism, and Harry's like, bro, I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. Like, why are you talking all this science nerdy stuff? And then this is the thing about Harry. If you notice this exact scene, he sees Mary Jane checking out the spiders, and then he's like, he says to Peter, hey, why don't you go and ask her and say something to her or something? Peter, being the timid and shy and nervous dude, he's like, nah, man, you go talk to her. Harry's like, all right, whatever, bro. So Harry goes up to her and he says, oh wow, look at them spiders. And then she's like, oh, they're disgusting. And he's like, yeah, I don't like them. And then she's like, I love it. And he's like, yeah, I love them too. He's just matching whatever she says to try and get in there. Then he realizes, oh, you know what? What if I try what Peter had said to me to get the woman? So boom, he says the line that Peter had said, and Peter's observing all this. He's like, oh damn, she's into the things I said I'm into as well. But Peter's not deep in the fact that his friend is basically a manipulator. His friend is somebody who's just a liar, bro, right? And let me not say we actually, because I'm not French, right? Let me not say we, because I've gone through this where I've had friends where they pretend as if they're good for you and they pretend as if they've got good intentions for you, but then they'll betray you at the first sign of some booty, right? They'll betray you for some booty. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, if it was me in this situation where it's like, oh, go talk to her, I'd be like, hey, you see my friend Peter? I'd be doing it so I can put my mans on, not me try and get her for myself. That ain't a good friend. That is some of the couple lessons just from the first couple of scenes right there. And also, Peter's kind of at fault here as well, because again, he does not know the woman like that. He's just infatuated by looks. Lust. It's always down to lust.
Wow, great reflexes. Hey, you have blue eyes. I didn't notice without your glasses. You just get contacts? Well, see ya.
Damn, Peter, snap out of it. Bro was so infatuated by her beauty and how she looks that he couldn't even utter words. It reminds me of back when I was in secondary school and I'd see a pretty girl. I'd be like, damn, man, you fine. And then she'd say one thing and I'd say, it'd be like that one MF Doom song where he says that word.
Gold ash and multi-glass like I have Jai.
Literally, like I wouldn't be able to speak properly. It's kind of crazy. Oh, and did I mention that MJ is the girl next door? What? That's crazy. Anyways, fast forward a couple of chapters, and after an argument that MJ has had with her dad because they're constantly arguing and bickering heads, Peter goes outside to take some trash out, and then MJ comes outside to get a breath of fresh air or whatever the case might be. And then they start having a conversation about what they want to do after secondary school and what they're trying to do with their careers. And they both establish, oh yeah, they want to go into the city. And then Peter's just telling her, oh, you're going to be an amazing actress because that's her dream and that's what she wants to do. And then she tells him this amazing line.
You know, you're taller than you look.
I hunch.
Don't.
I'm sorry, you look taller than you are? What? Is this supposed to be some sort of compliment? Like, what is this, bro? This was corn central. Like, what the hell? You look taller than you are. Oh my god, no way, you think so? Bro, come on, bro, get for real. Anyways, fast forward now, and her jock boyfriend comes and picks her up in his new whip he got for his birthday. And what a whip it was, man. Damn, I wish I had one of those. And then they drive off somewhere, and Peter's there looking like a fool and looking sad as hell. Like, god damn, if only I could afford this car. Then he'd be looking at other cars, and he discovers, yeah, that's not gonna happen, twin. That ain't gonna happen. Anyways, fast forward a couple of chapters again, and we're now in the city, and they're both doing their quote-unquote dream jobs. MJ's working as a waitress because, hey, dreams are not straightforward. They don't just come like that, right? You have to go through some trials and tribulations, and this was just a part of it. So Peter's working as a photographer for J.K. Simmons, the GOAT. Peter then sees her, and they have a short conversation, and then we discover a bombshell.
Some dream, huh? Don't tell Harry.
Don't tell Harry.
Aren't you guys living together? We're going out, didn't he tell you?
She is now dating Harry. Yeah, Peter's best friend, Harry Osborn, and Peter, of course, expected this. I mean, why wouldn't he? The woman he loves is now going through two dudes. Two dudes. You cannot make this up. The craziest thing is, even after Peter got his powers, she still didn't feel him like that. Because in this scene here where he saves her with his crazy reflexes, she's like, oh God, you got some crazy reflexes. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean, you can't really blame her because Peter was basically like not that vocal and he didn't express how he actually felt to MJ, so she never knew. But we can assume that she never liked him like that because, first of all, she's gone through two different dudes that he knows of and also his best friend on top of that. So that means that she never had a thing for him like that. But now when it comes to Spider-Man, that's a different case. She does not know this is Peter. This is just some random dude as far as she's concerned. One thing we can notice about MJ, she's got a very wandering eye. She's still with Harry at this point here, right? But she literally says like, oh my God, Spider-Man is so amazing. And you can tell that she's infatuated with Spider-Man by the way that she treats Harry, especially in this scene right here.
Incredible? What do you mean he's incredible? No. All right. Wait, stay there. I'm going to come over. No, I'm going to come over. All right, fine. Fine. Will you call me in the morning and we'll go and have breakfast and I want to buy you something. Because I want to. It'll make you feel better. Okay. And, like, what do you mean incredible? All right, I'm sorry. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs.
Anywho, fast forward now, and Spider-Man saves her for the second time because a couple muggers tried to have their way with her, and he was like, nope, 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 and he saved her, and she's like, oh my God, Spider-Man, my hero, and before she could see who he was because he didn't have his mask on, he disappears into thin air. She's like, damn, where you at? Where you at, twin? And then he just comes down dramatically upside down on the side of a wall, and she's like, oh my God, I've got a hero to thank. Now, I want you to keep a couple of things in mind. One, this woman has got a boyfriend. That's right, this woman has got a boyfriend, okay? And she still decides, you know what, I gotta thank Spider-Man any way I know how. Instead of just saying, oh, thank you, Mr. Spider-Man, and moving on with her day. No. She was like, listen, Mr. Stranger who's got a mask on, we must have one of the coldest, sexiest, most seductive, most enthralling, most thrilling, craziest scenes of all time. And she gives Spider-Man, a stranger by the way, a kiss upside down. And you can tell that crazy thoughts were going in her head. And then Spider-Man decides, you know what, let me go away, right? So this woman has now cheated on her boyfriend, and Peter Parker, who is Spider-Man, knows this. And he still decides, oh, you know what, this woman is the one for me. You know what, Peter deserved it. Fuck it. Peter deserved what he got. The food.
A few moments later.
How are you? I mean, you okay about the other night?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt bad about leaving Aunt May.
Have you talked to Harry?
He called me. I haven't called him back. The fact is, I'm in love with somebody else.
She belongs to the street.
This woman cannot be serious, bro. Looking back at this scene as a grown adult, this is ridiculous. So you're trying to tell me this woman has met a different stranger. She's got a whole boyfriend, which she still has not broken up with or told about the kiss. She's not told about the kiss, and the boyfriend is there worried like, damn bro, what can I do to make my girl feel happier? He's putting in effort to try and, you know, get the girl back and everything, right? Trying to make her happy, but she's there thinking about some other dude who she doesn't even know the face of. She doesn't even know this dude's face, and she's there now venting about it to Peter. And this next scene pissed me the F off, bro. This was crazy.
You are?
At least I think I am. He saved my life twice, and I've never even seen his face.
Oh, him.
You're laughing at me.
Oh, I know him a little bit. I'm sort of his unofficial photographer.
Has he mentioned me?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He asked me what I thought about you.
And what did you say?
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the biggest load of BS you are about to hear in your entire life. My Uncle Ruckus impression could use some work, but hey, please brace yourself for this next load of BS.
I said, Spider-Man, I said, the great thing about MJ is when you look in her eyes and she's looking back in yours, everything feels not quite normal. Because you feel stronger and weaker at the same time. You feel excited and at the same time terrified. The truth is, you don't know what you feel, except you know what kind of man you want to be. It's as if you've reached the unreachable and you weren't ready for it.
You said that.
So let me get this straight. So now she's in love with Peter because of what he said about her to Spider-Man, the man she thought she was in love with. This is absolutely ridiculous. Like, what the hell? You see what I'm saying? Looking back at this now as a grown adult, this is some nonsensical behavior. And if I even see a single person trying to defend this dumb ass behavior, we're gonna have words. We're gonna need to go outside, bruh, because this does not make no damn sense. I feel bad for my boy Harry. No wonder he turned out to be what he turned out to be in later movies, because, bro, this is ridiculous, bruh. I would have crashed down too. Damn. There's a lot to unpack here. So at the end of the first movie, she actually ended up confessing to Peter that, hey, I got feelings for you, because basically she was in this scene where Green Goblin basically tries to end her life and Spider-Man saves her, but she says the only person I was thinking about whilst I was up there is I need to see Peter Parker's face one more time. So at Harry's dad's funeral, at the end, she confesses that. But because Peter wanted to protect her because of his identity and the whole Spider-Man thing, he basically said,
But I will always be there for you. I will always be there to take care of you. I promise you that. I will always be your friend.
Only your friend? Peter Parker?
That's all I have to give.
yeah, I don't feel the same about you, bruh, okay? And she was like, what? You only see me as a friend? This is crazy. She got hit with, we're friends though, you know, Cass and that type shit. This is after she had given Peter a kiss. And as he was slowly walking off, she realized, oh wait, this feels familiar. Oh, that strange dude that I kissed who was wearing a mask, that's Spider-Man. Oh my god. And then she puts two and two together and realizes, okay, this is who bro is. But there's a few lessons here. The first one is she belongs to the street. That woman was confused, bro. She went from guy to guy to guy. And even after the first movie as well, I'm not going to spoil nothing. She kept on going from guy to guy to guy. It's kind of crazy. And how is it that when you say you love somebody, you don't try and work for it or pursue it? She just decided, oh, you know what? Peter said he just wants to be friends, so I'm going to go to a different dude. Yeah, that sounds like love to me. I've always been told this one thing from a very young age. How you get them is how you lose them. Peter kissed MJ while she was cheating on Harry. Think about that for a sec. The woman has no loyalty, bro. She's got no sense of loyalty or integrity, bro. It's just like, oh, hey, man, whatever's exciting and whatever the weather decides to bring today, you know, that's how she felt. Another lesson is when you have so much scarcity and so much lack of self-worth like what Peter did, you will keep being infatuated by that one person. You will never ever see any other people who are good for you. Again, I am not going to spoil any of the other movies, but let's just say there was somebody who was better suited for Peter, who isn't included in this first movie, but in one of the other movies she's definitely included, and he should have gone with her, in my opinion, instead. If you know what I'm talking about, you can drop it in the comments. And by the way, let me know if you want me to cover all 3 movies and you want me to go in more in depth about even different aspects as well, because I can do that. But this one took like 8 hours to do, bro. This is kind of long, but hey, we do what we do for what we love, right? That makes no damn sense. What the hell? Anywho, so that's another lesson right there, right? And another lesson, bro, never go for females, or if you're a female watching this, never go for somebody who the homies or your friends is going for, okay? It's just never gonna end well, trust me. Like, I'm a person where I would never in my life, If I know you've been with somebody, I am not going there, bro. I am not going there. I mean, think about it. It's your friend. Are you not going to be thinking like, oh, wait, my friend has been here. This is kind of weird. No? Maybe it's just me. I don't know, bro. The final lesson for you. Remember this, fellas and even ladies. MJ picked Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.